Well, hello there guys, my name is ESO and oh my goodness, we are here, we have finished the Fallout 4 Remastered mod list. But before I tell you our noob friendly way on how to install it, let me first tell you the 5 kinds of mod this list includes. And please listen to this before you install it, because obviously you want to know if this is the right mod list for you. And at the end of the video, I'll be telling you how you can vote on the next mod list. Remember, we've already done one for Skyrim Special Edition, and that's on our website www.esoui.com. Firstly, as you can see from the gameplay, this mod list graphically overhauls all the landscapes, creatures, character models, all of the eyes, skins, hairstyles, and even armor textures in Fallout 4 with 4K textures. And depending on your PC performance, you can also go for 2K or 1K performance textures as well. That's all optional. And we've also overhauled the whole wasteland with new floral mods, adding grass and some trees to the wasteland, because in reality this would have kind of started to grow back at this point anyway. It really makes the wasteland feel so much more explorable and like a completely new area to investigate. The amount of trees and if they're dead or not is also optional as well, so it's really down to your personal preference, but we have our own recommendations. Secondly, we have all the optimization mods and also the bug fixes that are essential to making the game look crisp and run smoothly, and make sure you have a mostly bug-free experience. Just so you know, we've tested this mod list. I've done a whole live stream playthrough with the mod list, and I think we only found one bug while playing which we fixed. So as long as you follow my tutorial, it's all going to work once you install it. Even if you're completely new to modding, it is very noob friendly. Thirdly, we have lots of lighting improvements, including the particles from weapons. Like, energy weapons now look awesome. But my favourite is the dynamic weather mods, which do change the feel of Fallout 4. They really do. You can be exploring the wasteland and suddenly there's a radiation storm, or thick fog rolls over the hills, even a torrential downpour of rain, which reduces your visibility to almost nothing. Honestly, a few of these weather mods really change the atmosphere and the way you play the game, and I absolutely love that. In fact, this brings me on to my 4th point. Most important aspect of the game, in my opinion, is sound. Sound is something a lot of us take for granted, but seriously, if you try out some of these immersive sound mods, you're really going to feel like you're in this environment. And then we have point number 5. We have a few lore-friendly gameplay mechanic improvements for animations and things like lowering your weapons when you're not actually in combat. And my favourite one, which actually adds a full dialogue option in conversation, instead of just that typical sarcastic, neutral, aggressive, or nice response wheel Bethesda previously had. It feels a little bit like older Fallout games now. And a few other things like immersive patrols, which basically makes the wasteland feel a lot more lively, and sometimes you'll actually come across a few factions, which you guys would have seen in my live Let's Play, where they're like battling each other in the wasteland, as you would expect, because a lot of these factions are actually at war, and it makes sense. Lastly though, just so you know, we have not added any mods that affect how much radiation you get, or any realistic damage changing mods to the weapon gunplay or anything like that. Simply because that's something that comes down to personal preference a lot of the time. I will, however, be doing an update video on my recommendations for survival mode in the future, and I'll link that down below in the description if you're interested. The point of this mod list is really, it's a core graphical setup. And if you want to know how to install it, you can find a full, easy to follow 20-minute video tutorial on exactly what to do and how to download it, and that's linked down below in the description. It's on my friend's YouTube channel. His name is Ultimate Immersion, and a big shout out to him for making this project possible, and to all the mod creators who came together to create this masterpiece. If you want to vote on our next mod list, guys, just click the link below and that will take you to my community page, and then you'll see a poll where you can vote for the next mod list out of Witcher 3, Oblivion, Old Skyrim, and more. But on a serious note, if you guys want to support us creating these mod lists and running our website, check out my Patreon page, linked down below in the description, or you can also fund the mod list directly on our website, which is www.esoui.com. The truth is though, is that we're losing money on this project, and obviously we're losing the time that we invest in. We're not getting any return out of it. But we're doing it because you guys are constantly asking for it, and I love to please my audience, as you guys already know. In an ideal world, I guess the 50,000 of you who watched my Skyrim mod tutorial and also downloaded it, if you actually donated $1 each, we could focus on this project full time, but in reality in 4 months we've only made $80. And I mean, I get that not everybody has money, but if you actually find value in these tutorials and what we're making here, I'm sure you can donate however much you think they're worth. And that's all I asked you to take the time to do, because we took the time to make this huge mod list for you guys. And we would in future, if people are actually interested in it and they show that they are, we would like to add lots more mini mod packs to the mod list to expand on it, because there's so much more we can do here. We also really want to make console tutorials as well for like console mod lists, but we have no consoles and we have no way of testing these lists for you, so that's just not something we can do right now. But it's definitely something we want to do in the future, and I know a lot of you really want that. If you support me on Patreon and you send me a message saying, hey, I'm looking for that console mod list, and enough of you do that, then I will put all that money on Patreon towards buying a console so I can make that for you guys. That's literally what that Patreon money is for, and helping me out with a bit of rent sometimes. You also get additional rewards for being a Patreon, like early access to my videos as well. We're always trying to give something back to you guys, but I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoy the mod list. I hope you play the crap out of Fallout 4 again, and this gives you a new refreshing experience. Thank you very much for all your support, guys. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.